I think 2025 was a difficult year in a lot of ways for all of us. But something about a new year really feels like a fresh start and a perfect time to reinvent myself. So this year I've decided to set 4 big goals and break it down into quarters in hopes that I can actually achieve these goals. They're goals that I've had my eyes on for years now, but if you're too scared to try, then you always will fail. And I'm tired of being too scared to try, so instead, I think I'll learn to try a little bit more strategically. So this year I've decided to plan a little differently. Instead of making a mood board, I'm sure you've seen this everywhere, but I decided to print out the entire year's worth of months and go quarterly. So you've definitely already seen this online somewhere, but I'm going to show you anyway because I'm excited about it. Let me just bring you into my office. Here's my 2026. Where's yours? Guys, I'm in a really good mood today. I had the best day ever. I started today with a little journal session. I went and met Anissa for coffee. Then I got my hot yoga class in. I'm really loving like the hot HIIT classes and like the hot Pilates. And I just feel so strong and I feel so good. And I'm so aligned with my vision board. My action board is actually what we're going to call it because there's no visuals on it. But the goals are there. Let me just show you real quick. I have my goals for Q1. I'd like to work on my YouTube game. I'd like to get some weekly dates in. So for sure, I'm doing the artist way. So for sure, I have to have like a single day to myself. And then I'd also like to have a friend day each week, balance. I'm working on saving because I'm trying to pay off my condo and also my self-care. So 3 workouts a week, cooking dinners mostly at home, focusing on my skincare, and then doing my morning pages, which if you know the artist way, you know that you have to do 3 pages of journaling every morning. So that leaves us in January. But if my goals are to hit these specifics, basically I need to have a planning day, a filming day, an editing day, and posting at least 2 shorts a week. That's my minimum. So essentially, I have it up here. This is my artist day. My hot yogas are all scheduled in. My filming days are all scheduled in. Editing, all of that. And as long as I don't miss anything. So far, I've only missed 1 workout. And it was for good reason. But that's okay. We're still on track. I have to cross out that, and that. Because that's all already done. So, yeah. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. But each month, I have my weekly goals in place that'll help me get to said big goals. So my 4 big goals for the year are health and fitness, YouTube, begin investing, and learning Spanish, like to become fluent in Spanish. I think that'd be really friggin' sick because I am in fact a no sabo kid and I hate that about me. So I'm gonna fix it. I can do something about that and I plan to. And that is learning Spanish so that I can speak full Boricuan to my family and not be the no sabo kid, So with those 4 major goals in mind, I'm breaking it down into quarters. So quarter 1's main focus is going to be on fitness, a little bit on YouTube and planning and just kind of starting before I'm ready. It's really just a matter of like getting in the habit of the practice of it, the swing of things. And then again, the main focus for Q1 is going to be my health and wellness. So making sure that I'm getting for sure a bare minimum of 3 hot classes in a week and making sure I'm eating at home and really being conscious of what I'm putting into my body instead of eating out because I'm not gonna lie, I'm an eat out girly, okay? I love to go out for dinner. I love a sushi night. I love a good pad thai night. Like I love a good dinner out. That's my thing. That is where I spend all of my time and money working on it because I do want to be more conscious of the food that I'm putting into my body, especially if I am going to be working out 3 times a week minimum. Then I think it's really important that I'm fueling my body with what I need to keep going. Makes sense, right? So I've got that big goal of YouTube, which is like pretty much all year round. And then that big goal of health and wellness is going to also be all year round. But Q1, that's where our main focus is going to be. Since it is still hibernation mode, kind of, I am putting all of my energy into filming and working out and eating at home and all the self-care things. That's trying to get my mind right while also getting into the practice. That's the focus of Q1. And then when we hit Q2, more of my focus is going to be on that YouTube strategy. So here we're just kind of like figuring it out and trying things, throwing spaghetti at the wall, see what sticks. And again, that main focus is really more health and wellness. Q2, we're going to kind of put a little bit more strategy behind the YouTube and figure out what exactly the direction it is that I want it to take and how to get it to go in that direction. So Q2's main focus is going to be on the YouTube growth and development. Of course, I want to keep that active lifestyle and all of these good health and wellness habits that I've developed in Q1 moving forward to Q2. We're kind of just going to snowball it. So basically, each quarter, we're still going to be focusing on things from Q1, but also by the time we hit Q2, they should really be habit already. So they'll be going in the background while we focus on the next big goal, which again is going to be YouTube, and kind of developing the strategy around that and making that ball get rolling. At that point, also by Q2, with YouTube being the main focus, I also want to start to dabble a little bit in investing. So reading up some books and taking some online master classes and learning a little bit more about investing because, you know, I'm not old, but I'm no spring chicken, and I'd like to have something to fall back on when I don't feel like working anymore, because I'm not waiting till I'm 62 to quit working. I'm just not. So Q2, we'll be focusing a little bit on the YouTube, a little bit on investing, and keeping up that active lifestyle. In Q3, I'm going to hopefully, again, have this whole YouTube journey pretty much on autopilot and kind of make it a habit at that point. So at that point, I'm hoping that I'm hoping, you know what, we're not even going to say that. By Q3, I will already have the groundwork, the foundation laid in order to get to where I want to be going. I'm just going to be maintaining it, basically. And then my main focus will lean more heavily into the investing. So actually moving things around in my Fidelity accounts and figuring out like where I want to put my money and all that good stuff. I'd like to say exactly what it's going to look like, but I'm not there yet. So I don't know yet. So I'm not a financial advisor. Don't ask me questions about that one. And then Q4 is going to be the accumulation of my big four. So again, by the end of the year, hopefully everything that we've done in quarter 1, 2, and 3 will be habit, just kind of maintenance work. And since the end of the year tends to be a little bit more chaotic, definitely a little bit more emotional for me anyways, Christmas always gets me. And, you know, it's a slower time of year, so I want to put a lot more of that quarter's focus into something a little bit easier since all of this hard work and foundation will already be laid. My main focus is maintaining all of this while also entering into a slower goal of learning Spanish, because I do already speak Spanish. I just really want to get rid of my accent. I want to be a lot more fluent in it. I wish I could be able to like talk to my dad more casually, because my dad's real picky about his English conversations. So Q4 is going to be mostly focusing on practicing Spanish. Okay, honestly, my artist date ended up just being me going for a coffee drive, which I haven't done in a really long time. So I'm actually kind of excited to have gone out for a little drive, because when I first moved out to California from Brooklyn, oh my God, the views, the drives were crazy. It was awesome. It was fantastic. It was everything I needed to remind me that I'm living on vacation. And so, yeah, it's been a long time since I've taken one of these drives, and I forgot just how beautiful California is. I'm so grateful to be here. I'm so happy to be alive. And I love that I live here. Like, I literally live on vacation. It's awesome. Not to mention, the weather in January is literally, I mean, it was 78 degrees today. It was maybe 76. I don't know. It was perfect weather. I've just been sitting here journaling, watching the sun go down. God, it's beautiful. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love my life. I'm so happy to be here. Yeah. Look, my little microphone. It's attached to my little microphone. My mom got me this little karaoke machine for Christmas, and honestly, I'm obsessed with it. It is the greatest thing ever invented. But anyways, let's talk, let's chat. How you been? I don't know. In 2025, I lost a lot of people really close to me, and I've dwelled enough about that here in this space, so I'm not going to get back into it. But obviously, I haven't really been active in my video diaries just because I think I really needed time and space to be alone with my thoughts and heal and deal and manage. But I don't know, yeah. I've been in a much better place mentally, and I'm really grateful for that, I guess, time and space to like work on some shit. Since kind of dealing with loss and grief and just, dealing with whatever the fuck 2025 was, kind of been in my hobby girl era. I've been like, all right, well, I just feel like for such a long time I was so out of touch with myself that now, in order to get back in touch with myself, I need to rediscover who I am, what I like, what I want to do with my time. We only get so much time here, so like, what do I want to do with it? And so I've been really in my hobby girl era. I've been trying everything from pole dancing to going back to ceramics to painting to hot Pilates and bar classes, which is a little different, but I'm absolutely obsessed with my hot mat Pilates classes. They've been absolutely freaking killer. So that's exciting. But yeah, I'm learning a lot about what I do like, what I don't like, and how I enjoy spending my time, which has been really fun and exciting. And if you want to make some resolutions for 2026, but you don't know what you like, I recommend just trying everything, throwing spaghetti at the wall and seeing what sticks. That is honestly always the route I take. My hair is doing some crazy shit from the wind. That was a fun drive though. Yeah, so long story short, I think that just in general, switching things up and trying new things is honestly what got me, like, finally got me out of that depressive funk I was in. What's going on with this bun? Ever since I cut my hair, I don't know what to do with it. So that's gonna drive me nuts. Anyways, doesn't matter. So yeah, I think that just trying new things, switching up my routine, and even getting out of my comfort zone a little bit is really what finally pulled me out of that depressive funk that I just kind of got stuck in. And then learning how to process whatever came up in those moments is really where I think a lot of my self-improvement kind of came from. And I'm so grateful for it. Couple things I'd been trying out in my hobby girl era. I'd wanted to try pole dancing for a long time. My mom did it. She said it was super fun, gave her a lot of like confidence boost, and also I was really trying to work on my headstands. That's been on my vision board for, I kid you not, years. And so I thought that pole dancing would be really good for upper body strength, core strength, and then again that like little confidence boost. So I saw a bunch of upsides to it. I tried it. It was great. I have been going here and there. I won't say that I'm like committed to it by any means, but I do have a lot of fun with it, and it is fun when I want to switch up my workout and get something different because I love to dance. So yeah, I think it's a great time. Another thing I've been practicing in my little hobby girl era is my headstands. I'm getting pretty damn good at it, if I do say so myself. Practicing my headstands has been really cool because it's a practice of like focus and presence and weirdly like a meditative thing. It's been a rough go, but I'm getting it, and I'm really excited. I'm really proud of myself. I'm getting quite decent at it. I've been running again, which is something that I tend to honestly hate until I love it. It's one of those things, but then when I finally like get in the swing of it, I feel like I'm in such a flow state. Like I'm almost having this like outer body experience where I'm just watching my body go, and I feel like I'm floating, and I feel like my mind is just so elsewhere and detached. And honestly, it's just a really nice get out of your body practice while also getting into your body practice. I don't know if anything I'm saying today makes any sense, but you know where to find me if you have complaints. I've gotten back into ceramics. I got a new scrapbook for the year, and those are two hobbies that I think I'll always kind of come back to because they just feel the most at home to me. They feel the most exciting to me, and that's where I think I find a lot of myself. I think with scrapbooking, it's so fun to make like a little magazine of my life, and I love putting together, I don't know, these like little vision boards of like what my life has actually, because I have a Pinterest board. Okay, I'm about to go on a mini rant, but I have a Pinterest board called Dream Life, and it's all the things and vibes and, you know, photos that I think would make up what I would consider a dream life. And then scrapbooking is kind of like that, but I'm using pictures of my actual life. So it's like I'm building my dream life alongside, and honestly half the time I'm scrapbooking, I am looking through my dream life Pinterest board to see like what I can recreate in my everyday life. And so in a way it's kind of like manifesting. I don't know, do with that what you will, but I think it works. In short, I've just been doing stuff, staying busy, having fun. I think that's a pretty good start to a reinvention story, don't you? Anyways, if you're going through it, sit in the suck. I promise it doesn't last forever. And when you're feeling ready, do something fun, do something for you. And if you don't mind getting all spiritual and woo-woo, I cannot recommend The Artist's Way enough. Get it, read it, do the workbook. I swear by it. Anyways, that's it. Thanks for watching my video diary. Okay, I love you. Bye.